got down on one knee, 11, 12, 11, and her tears welled up, and her heart jumped to heaven. It was supposed to rain, but there's clear skies today. She was a rare gem, Romanian descent. He was a good man, gave her every compliment she deserved. Yeah, he treated her like a queen. He said, come with me, my darling beauty. Let's spend our lives together, and I love you always, through every doorway. Beaches and sunshine cities, moonlight I will. Well, it couldn't have been more perfect than this. Their emotions, world in bliss, like a wave built from the center of the sea. In the evening, they came home in shock. They had spoken what they always thought was a boundless love from the start. She said, come with me, my darling, love to be. Let's spend our lives together, and I love you always, through every doorway. Beaches and sunshine cities, moonlight I will. When you're gone, I will keep the fires warm. When you're gone, I love you always, through every doorway. Beaches and sunshine cities, moonlight I will. Yes, I love you always, through every doorway. Beaches and sunshine cities, moonlight I will. We got down on one knee, 11, 12, 11, and her tears welled up, and her heart jumped to heaven. It was supposed to rain, but there's clear skies today.
So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is another beautiful evening here in Western PA. Although I didn't get home from work until kind of late today, so I'm not going to get into too much this evening. I did put a log on the mill, got my dump trailer emptied. Maybe tomorrow night when I get home I'll saw up that last red pine log that I have. But this evening, Melissa and I are going to take this opportunity to kind of answer some questions and comments, you know, like the most frequently asked questions that we get in the comments section. So I'm going to head up to the house right now. We'll get Melissa and we'll sit down. We'll have a nice little chat. All right, so I'm back up here at the house now, and I have Melissa here. And we try to answer comments, but there's so many of them. We were thinking, what, every couple weeks, just sit down and try to answer the most asked questions in the comments. And we know there's a lot of new people that join the channel all the time. So some of the basics are, a lot of people ask what I do for a living. I work in the oil and gas industry. What I do, I drive around a lot actually, and I have meetings. I might drive 2 hours and meet with a regulatory agency, or maybe a contractor, or you know, a landowner, something like that. We build well pads and lease roads. You want to tell them what you do?
I work with individuals with special needs. I worked for the Department of Health in the past and the Office of Developmental Programs here in Pennsylvania.
And now what do you do?
I
take care of
Hunter's new day program.
Yeah, Hunter no longer goes to a day program after everything that's been going on. He seems to like it at home better, and that only lasts so long. You know what I mean, for him.
Yeah, he's doing well. There's projects here, and then he'd get in a lot of trouble at his day program over drinks. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He's obsessed with drinks, so any of the workers, you know, they would bring their drinks with them. and simply say, don't touch that. That's great. I wish it worked, but
doesn't work.
Here, I can lock them in the fridge in the garage.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
So that's the work stuff.
Family, property.
Yeah, property. There's about 100 acres here. About half of it is Melissa and mine, and the rest of it is my mom's property. We bought this place in 93?
Yep.
1993.
We have a video on that. You can check it out.
Yeah, and then like 2 years ago, we bought some additional acreage in the brick house down there, and that's another question everyone asks, what happened to the brick house? Our son and daughter-in-law and grandson live in the brick house down there, so which is really nice because all that property joins ours, and we have a trail from here down to there. And matter of fact, is Ty still here?
No, Levi just left.
Okay, he was here just a little bit ago, but they just left. And but that's the story on the brick house, the amount of acreage, about 95% wooded, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, and trails. We have several trails.
Miles of trails. Miles of trails. And we love the trails, especially I love them to be able to get out there and get logs and firewood. Melissa and the dogs, huh?
We like to walk the trails and we just enjoy it.
Probably your favorite thing to do.
It is. It is. It's peaceful and it's rewarding. It's relaxing, but yet you get exercise.
A lot of people have been asking about the building that we're going to be building. It's 40 by 72 with a 16 by 24 like a porch roof, and it'll have a patio underneath it. We don't know what we're calling it yet. We've heard all sorts of names: barn dominiums, hobby garage, dream garage, party barn. I don't know what, but we'll figure that out.
Pool barn.
Pool barn is what she's calling it. And the pool, speaking of the pool, yeah, we are going to get a pool at some point. I don't know when. We kind of pay for things as we go. I'm 53 years old. I don't want to get a big loan for anything. So we've been saving a long time for the building, and that'll be first. But we need to start actually looking at pools right now. Those guys are so busy right now. It's so weird how everything has changed. You know what I mean? There's I was telling you about that article about like RVs and campers. They're selling them like crazy. People putting in swimming pools because they can't go do other things. So I think it's one good thing that's kind of coming from all of this is more people are doing stuff outside and projects around the house, and you know, not going to state parks or their own property or whatever. But a lot of people are just doing stuff closer to home and outside, which I think that's great.
Yeah, it's good for the mind, spirit, and body. You need to be outdoors.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the pool. What other questions do we have?
The sawdust.
Sawdust. I don't really have anything to do. We did have some people come that have horses and got some, and then we just kind of pile it up down there, kind of compost it. The wood chips from everything we're clearing for the building, I don't have anything in mind for it right now. Although I thought for sure I'd never use those on trails. I'm not going to use them where we run the tractors and the side-by-side because they retain moisture, but they are they're coarse, you know what I mean?
They're chunky.
Yeah, from that Wallenstein chipper. So they do hold up for a while, but they do hold moisture. So I don't know what I'll do with them. You saw at the beginning of this video, I just dumped the first dump trailer down there. But which reminds me, at work, you know, we have a clearing contractor, and you know, we'll clear 6 or 8, 10 acres for a leach road and a well pad, and they've got huge chippers, and you have to haul all the chips out, and they have those big enclosed trailers with the walking floor in it. I mean, it's like 20 loads of chips that come off of one job.
Oh, yeah?
They're like 53-foot trailers. It's unbelievable.
Wow, that would do all of
Plus, that's just the tops. You know, they save all the logs. The landowner usually wants to keep all the logs, and but it's an incredible amount of chips. So sawdust, chips, the slabs from the mill, saved a bunch of them. We do have plans for a few of them for maybe a little playhouse for our grandson Ty. I'll quickly go over kind of what we got going on here over the next couple weeks, couple months. Obviously, the big building will be built. I'm going to fix that pond. I got some stuff to do on that. If you saw the video before this one, I was down there by the pond showing you what the plan is there. What else? There's the what?
Our jeans.
Oh yeah, another question.
Well, your jeans.
People ask, believe it or not, about my jeans, not Melissa's jeans, but I wear Ariat M4 loose fit, and they are, I'll find a link and I'll put them in the description because they are the greatest jeans I've ever had. Ariat M4 loose fit, and they're like a Durastretch, and they're super comfortable to work in. And mine are FR because I need fire-resistant clothing at work. But we're sponsored. We've done a few sponsored videos for Ariat, and I actually just bought some of my own. I have Ariat boots. You want to tell them about your boots?
Yeah, I have the composite toe pull-on Ariat work boots for women, and I love them. And we get a lot of messages and comments about them. And in fact, I've just been sending anyone that emails me about it, I've just been sending the link back to them. But go to their website, Ariat, and then you will see, if you click on the women's, the composite toe, and it's you'll recognize them. You know, they're calf length. And
we can put a link for the ones you wear right in there too.
Okay.
We'll do that. And I actually got a new pair of Ariat boots. Our company store at work, you know, you get so many points a year to get jeans and FR shirts and like one pair of boots a year. So I just ordered a new pair of Ariat boots. But I hoard my boots. I don't break out the new ones until the old ones are completely worn out. These ones I have on I've had over a year, and I literally wear these boots 16 hours a day, something like that. I wear them all the time. So that's the Ariat, the clothes, the boots. What else?
The mini Wood-Mizer.
Oh, the mini Wood-Mizer. Yeah, we're going to be breaking that out soon. We have the LX55 Sawmill. It's down there all palletized up. We're going to assemble it, put it together. I mentioned before about that sawmill. We have the LX150 mill. This is the LX55. It's much smaller. It's more of a, I would consider it, I don't know what Wood-Mizer calls it, like an occasional use mill or a hobby mill. I think they're around $4,000, maybe less than that. Don't quote me on that. But I actually was talking to Wood-Mizer about that. We bought our mill, the LX150. And then I said, you know, I'd like to try one of these out because I think it'd be a great option for people that aren't going to saw all the time. I mean, you can do like a 26-inch log on it, and you know, 4,000 bucks or whatever it is, that's still a lot of money. But a guy with a small wood lot who's a woodworker, it would pay for itself in no time. So next couple weeks, we're going to get that mill put together, and I think that's what we'll do. We'll line up a bunch of logs and see how long it takes to pay for it. But if you have some good hardwoods on your property, and you're a woodworker, I think it'd be a great option for someone that wants to, you know, saw maybe 8, 10, 12 times a year or whatever, because you're not putting out that huge investment and you're not, you know, sawing to make a living with. It's not going to be a production mill. You think of any other?
Editing. You're editing.
Editing. iMovie. I use iMovie. I keep saying I'm going to make the move to Final Cut Pro. That'll be next. And we're actually thinking about getting another computer. We spend a lot of money on cameras. I never would have dreamed we'd do all this stuff. I started this with my phone, but I have a MacBook Pro, an iMac, and I'm thinking of getting another iMac, the biggest, fastest one they have. And this camera here, DJI Osmo Action, fantastic camera. Those shots where you see we drive through the woods and it's real stable. This is a magnetic mount right to the Ranger. I'll put a link for this in the description as well. And as far as when I edit videos, usually about 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. So like tonight, it's what, a little after 8 right now? Yeah. I'll download the memory cards. This video is pretty easy to do because it's just us here talking, a little bit of stuff down below. I'll download the memory cards and kind of maybe start piecing a video together. But in the evenings like this, I don't focus real well. I do better first thing in the morning. And then first thing in the morning about 4:30, I'll knock it out, get it up onto YouTube, and it'll be good to go. But that's the story on that.
And the Jeep.
What about the Jeep?
Oh, I thought you wanted to mention.
Oh, yeah. Should we tell them? We went over it last night, and we reserved a new 2021 Ford Bronco, which all that means when you reserve it is you have first dibs. So we put a little bit of money on it, and the way it works, the dealer actually called today, and then in September, like September 20th, you finalize exactly what you want, and we'll be one of the first ones to get one in probably the end of March, April, something like that. But yeah, if you didn't see the new Ford Bronco, I've always liked Broncos, and we have a Jeep. I love the Jeep as well, but that Bronco, I'm telling you, I always liked them. It's nice, and it's from what I've seen so far, I think it's a home run. I do. I think it'll be a really nice vehicle and lots of off-road capability. You can get 35-inch tires from the factory on it. Different modes of the suspension. I mean, it's pretty well decked out. So yeah, we're excited about that. But that won't be here till next spring.
Okay.
You know. But so we got that to look forward to. What would be nice is if we could keep the Jeep for a while before we'd sell it, and do some videos comparing the Jeep and the Bronco.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool to be able to do that next year. Yeah.
Well,
Archie, you want to tell them about Archie's, we created a monster in the mornings.
yeah, Archie likes to eat. I come home from the gym, like, the class has moved from 5:30 to 5 a.m. now. So from 5 to 6 I'm at the gym, and it's not far from here. So by the time I get home, it's maybe a quarter after 6, 20 after 6. So Archie eats, well, they all eat at 6:30. And so I think we've mentioned before, he's just a maniac for food. Never had a dog like that, ever. He eats super fast. He wants to check in on what they're eating.
Yeah.
And they just step away. Nobody fights for their food here, except the adults. And he always would be, I just hand him to Mike and say, hold him till I get all their food ready.
So I'm at my desk editing, right? Picture this, I'm holding them.
Yeah. And so then Mike, so I'm getting everything ready, and he's released, you know. Okay, go ahead, and he runs into the kitchen and
Like
does a
slide
sideway up on two if it was a truck, you know, up on 2 wheels, but.
And now he thinks, like in order to get fed in the morning, I'll be sitting there editing with my headphones on, and he just leaps up on my lap.
He does.
And he's looking over at her in the kitchen like, go ahead, go ahead. And I thought, this is all fun and games right now, but when he's 80 pounds or something, that's probably not going to be, we'll have to break him of that. But
yeah,
it's pretty funny. But he's really growing.
He is.
He is. And Piper and him are good friends. Ruger still. But Archie's hard on Piper.
She is hard on Piper.
He's pulling her ears, her neck,
Yeah.
and she puts up with it. But
well, I did a video the other day, and I had it, by accident, I had it set in slow motion. So when I look back at the video, I could see like him pulling her neck or her paw, and I'm like, gosh, that looks painful.
Yeah.
So I started, he knows no to not chew on us, so I have to continue to be the no. She will yelp and
occasionally kind of
gripe at him,
but never go after him.
More so cry. Yeah, so
yeah.
He's not that, it's not that awful, but like I said, when I saw it in video, I was like, oh, that has to hurt.
And he thinks even the cat likes him. He thinks that
everyone's his friend.
Everyone's his best friend.
Which Piper used to think that too.
Yeah, I'll Pipe. Can you think of any other questions that are asked quite often?
No.
I'm trying to think right now. Simple ones, and I explain them when I'm doing stuff, but like why I leave stumps high like over here. It's because to pull them out with an excavator. We'll be getting an excavator soon, a rental to do the pond, this trail from here down to the brick house. The trail's already in, but I need to level up the side hill stuff. What else? Shale pit. I mentioned in the last video having a shale pit. Now I want to open one up with the excavator. I think that'll be so handy. You know, with the dump trailer and the tractors, whenever you need some good fill material. And I'm thinking, Melissa, down below the wood shed, you know, and even on the back side of that hill, I could cut a road down around there, cut into the hill. Around here, if you go down about just a couple feet, we call it popcorn shale, but it's a shaly rock, and it's not, you know, the biggest piece maybe this big, but it kind of crumbles. It makes really good fill, compacts well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having my own shale pit. As much stone as I go through, it'd be nice to have a limestone quarry, but you've got to go down probably around here, around 150 feet deep to get into a good seam of limestone. Yeah. But those are some of the things you can expect coming up over the next couple weeks and months. And if you have any other questions, how about put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer as many as we can in this video.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So if you have any other questions, ask away. And
yeah, and if you get a chance, go to Morgan's Off the Leash and watch. I did a series, Meet the Morgans, so there's like 5 in that series, and the last one that published was myself.
Yeah, I interviewed Melissa.
Yeah.
And she told all about her childhood, all kind of stuff. It was a good video.
Yeah, check it out. Subscribe, watch videos, give it a like if you want. But we have a couple birthday wishes. 2 days ago, a few days ago, July 13th was Philip Floyd's 65th birthday.
Happy birthday,
Philip.
Philip.
Happy birthday, Philip. And Roger Goody, his birthday was July 14th.
July 14th.
So we're a little late, I'm sorry, but
Can you believe
happy birthday.
We're over halfway through July right now.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, we've got
Yep.
a month and a half, and these cherry trees, the leaves are going to start turning on us. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Usually
That's right.
1st of September. They'll still be the first ones. The oak's not till late October.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's crazy how fast time flies.
it really is.
It is. But
Even if the road's shutting down, the days are still going.
yeah, our state, well, they didn't shut down again, but it's the whole thing. Now, restaurants are 25% capacity or something instead of 50. I don't know how they can survive. I don't.
It's tough. It's sad to see people we know that have saved and worked their whole life to have a business that's just not doing well. They've already, you know, I know a couple people that are talking about having to close, possibly closing their business. It's a shame. The gym I go to, they're thriving, but there was another CrossFit gym that closed.
Yeah, another one went out of business, and it's just a weird time. Some businesses are doing really well around here. Other ones are not at all.
It's a struggle. It really is.
Something else, I watched one of Wrangler Star's videos today, and he was talking about out where he lives, all the rural land's getting bought up. And the same thing around here. People are getting out of the cities, and they're buying vacant land. They are. I don't think the cities are a place that I'd want to be. I mean, I never wanted to, but especially now. And I'm afraid is gonna happen is all these people move out, less tax base, and it's just going to get worse and worse. But people are buying up that rural land, and around here there's really none available.
Or if it is, it's pretty pricey.
Yeah, very expensive.
Very pricey.
Land's real expensive around here.
We always were raised that your home is your safe haven. So I was raised like that, and I think we raise our kids like that. You want your home to be your safe haven. You want to feel safe and secure, and you want to be able to function and live on your own. And we've taught them how to do that, from growing vegetables to hunting meat. And
yeah,
so I think you should be able to survive on your property, and that's
right.
part of what we try to share with all of you here at Outdoors with the Morgans.
I mentioned about how expensive land is here. I'll end with this. I always say, though, you know, when you go to buy property, you can't believe how much you paid for it. But 20 years from now, you look back and you can't believe how little you actually paid for it. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. When we bought this place, it was a ton of money especially for what we had when we bought this land. But boy, today, if I could buy another piece for the same price, I'd jump all over it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You really can't.
Yeah.
Can't buy a couple acres for that price. Yeah.
But I think that's it. Do you want to wrap this up for us?
Thanks so much for being here and watching, liking, and subscribing.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, so go to our Instagram and Facebook, Outdoors with the Morgans. We usually make one post a day, and then if you click the round circle profile of our picture, that plays a story or some video of what we're doing throughout the day. So it's kind of fun. I try to do my best to answer all your comments and your private messages, so hang in there, I'll get to it. But thanks so much. We appreciate it. Give us a like, subscribe, comment down below. Any questions, we'll try to make sure we answer all these ones, and share these with your friends. We'd love to have them here. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks. We did the whole thing in one take, which is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Later.